Now here's Peyton. Ayton kicks to Peyton. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Now here's Peyton. Ayton kicks to Peyton. That's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A baseline J, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper. First bucket of the day.
The defense just gave him that one, and you talk about starting on a high note. Didn't seem to respect his mid-range J there.
Anderson wide open, and the Pacers another three.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Suns trail by 5. To the middle, Turner with the steal. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Anderson with the ball. The second effort. Sabonis kicks to Oladipo. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. Boy, the defense did an awesome job there, Kevin. Big-time work. Really distracting them, throwing off the shot. That's how you do it on D.
Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Randall finds Peyton. Randall outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds in the game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. You look at AI, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
And both free throws good for AI. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. 9-point game. Right wing. Peyton kicks to Booker. To stop the run. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Now, here's AI. He's covered closely. Turner inside. Out to AI. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Just 3 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. Indiana again missing. Last outing for Indiana. They won that game against the Heat.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
Now, here's AI. He's got 10. To the paint. There's Sabonis. That's tipped.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Pass to Randall. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
Indiana leading by 7. AI outside, and Anderson has it in the corner. Back to AI. Passes to Sabonis, and the basket is good.
Excellent job by Sabonis after setting the screen. Very mobile in these pick and rolls.
Here's Hayton. Good work defensively by Turner. The Pacers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game.
And you watch Kyle Henderson out there. They call him slow-mo for how he moves on the court. It's just one of those jack-of-all-trades type of players on offense. And wasn't known for his defense, but has put in a lot of work to improve in that area.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And with Anderson, the defense has been a focus for him the last few seasons.
And even though Anderson doesn't get up and down the floor fast, he still has quick hands and feet. Is being asked to guard some of the top forwards in the league for this team and wants players to try and shoot over him so he can use his length. Considers it a win if his assignment takes a jumper and doesn't get around him.
TJ Lee's checked in for Turner. And for the Suns, Anunoby, he's checked in for Randall. TJ Warren comes in for Jackson. And it's Bridges in for Elfrid Payton. Now here's Booker. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got his first basket of the night.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Here's Stallworth. Has to leave. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. That one good for 2.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Johnson comes in for Anderson, and it's Reed in for Oladipo. And the Suns making a change here as well. Evan Turner, he's checked in for 8. And the Pacers with possession here after Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And stolen by AI. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. AI's got 12 in the game. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
To the left side wing, Bridges. Good on the triple. Bridges has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Clark, there was a rules change not too long ago that promoted more help defense, less one-on-one defense. Good or bad?
I like it. Again, there's always going to be a premium on defending one-on-one, but positioning defenders where you can help better and more, I think it's trying to make sure the offensive side doesn't get too much of an advantage where the rules had gone in the past. So I think it's a nice balancing act for the game.
Free throw good, AI.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Now here's Booker. Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Johnson. And here we go. Here's Manning. That one falls coming off Johnson's feet.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Oh, nice double pump finish there. Strictly for the fans.
Booker inside. Working on AI. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, and he's connecting on a lot of his shots here, shooting a high percentage from the field, really giving his team a boost.
That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Count the basket. 9 points for Devin Booker.
You know, even though he's been on, they still are behind. I mean, there's only so much he can do.
AI outside. The pass to Leaf. This one for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Leaf's got 5.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Pass to Anunoby. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
And here are the Pacers now. The Suns getting the bucket, and Phoenix pushing it up now. No good from Booker.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now, here's AI. 16 points for him. He dishes it to Johnson. The rebound by Turner.
And, you know, the defense was probably in the C-plus range there. I mean, I'm sure he feels like that's one he should have made, that layup.
For 3, another 3 for Phoenix.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
Yeah, you know, continue to pour it on them. That's what they want to do right now. Doing their best to put this game out of reach and in the win column.
Here's Warren after the made shot from AI. Turner finds Warren. And the shot goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Leaf. 9-point game his last outing. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. Sabonis and Turner inside. Oladipo is out there with AI. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Jackson has the open look, but they get it back. And the wide open shot from Warren, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Heat made a whole lot of great plays. He ended with 16 points and also was a factor on the glass, setting up his teammates a good amount of times as well. What a complete performance. He affected all aspects of the game. It was really hard to stop him once he got it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a terrific game for him. They'll be looking for more of the same tonight.
And I'd be surprised if he doesn't give it to them. He's in a very good frame of mind right now.
Yeah, you know what? His attitude, his confidence, everything is posted up on positive. And he'll be looking to build on the work he did the last time out for sure.
And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Now, here's Warren. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Payton outside. Clock at 6. He kicks to Jackson. From outside, off the mark.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Sabonis has got 4 points in the quarter. Suns trail by 13. Now here's Payton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Boy, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
Now, here's AI, covered by Payton. AI passes to Sabonis. That's another one for him, his 5th in just 7 shots.
He is in the zone. There's a reason he keeps getting the ball. They're feeding him because they trust him to lead their team.
And here's Jackson. 26 points for him last game against New York. Here's Ayton. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Payton, an absolute wizard in terms of how he sees the floor. When he creates a little separation off the pick and roll, he's extremely hard to guard.
Now, here's AI. 18 points for him. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
The Suns shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
Reedy's checked in for Oladipo. We always talk about the need for front court players who can both shoot and defend along the perimeter. Clark, if taking that in mind, who would you point to as the prototype for the new school big?
Well, I think the guy with the most potential in that regard is Joel Embiid. I mean, he's agile. He's got a nice touch. He's got 3-point range. He's got post-up ability. And I think he can become an impactful defender because of his physical attributes. So he would be the poster guy for me in terms of the potential prototype for the new school big.
Randall against Sabonis. Payton kicks to Ayton. Back to Payton. Passes it to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Takes a 3. It's not going to go for him. And Indiana will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Now, here's AI. Not a lot of room. Indiana again missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Jackson. It's good on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here is Reed. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's Jackson with the 3. The Pacers pull it in. Here's AI. He's got 20. Out to Turner. Reed the pass to Anderson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. AI right side. The baseline J. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Randall's got his 5th rebound in this one. Booker dishes to Payton. Back to Booker. The tray. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist in this one.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Here's a look at some stats for AI. Last season, he played outstanding. 11 assists and over 3.5 steals. and he brings that offensive firepower to the team. Scoring just comes natural.
And, you know, defenses are throwing everything at him, yet he's still able to put up points. He's really unstoppable.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Payton outside. Booker outside. Looking for Payton. He gets it there. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
AI kicks to Reed. Back to AI. Pass to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid at getting himself inside for these throwdowns.
Now here's Payton. And he banks in the layup. Payton's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Here's Stallworth. And AI throws it down.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Here's Randall following the score by Indiana. Can't knock it down from the right block.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Reed against Booker. Takes it from 10. Jump shot is good. Booker's got 15.
And, you know, it's obvious he's a talented scorer. I mean, that's a given. A guy you can depend on to get it done in a lot of ways.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
And you know what, Greg? He's showing no signs of slowing down now. This game has been all him, and he's been a force.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. On the perimeter, it's Booker and Jackson. Payton is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Payton in at the 1. And it's the Suns with the ball. The Pacers making the shot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Phoenix shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Both free throws good from Booker. Indiana leading by 8. Now AI. Dishes to Turner. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Hey, Turner's not just an interior scorer. This guy has a jumper that's really reliable. So you got to honor and respect his shot.
And Miles Turner, obviously one of the strongest shot blockers, Clark, in the NBA, in large part to his length.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the timing, too, Kevin, is a big asset in blocking shots. I think he's already a strong defender, and he's only going to get better as he gets more experience and strength.
Booker. Good work defensively by Turner.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Yep, that one goes in there.
The second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
To the inside. And Randall throws it down.
Such an exciting young player, Randall, flexing his muscles there.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. AI right side. Here's Sabonis. Back to AI. And that one's on target from the wing. AI's got 26 points.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Here's Booker, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Indiana leading by 10. Here's Stallworth. It's Turner, high post. Back to AI. Launches it. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Pacers making a switch here. Leafs checked in. And for the Suns, OG Anunoby comes in for Jackson. And Turner subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Timeout called, the Suns. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Down by 12. Eight for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him. The Pacers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Warren's checked in for Phoenix. Here's AI. 26 points for him. And that's a foul called on TJ Warren. That's foul number 2 for him.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
The Pacers making a switch here. Sumner's checked in. Here's Sumner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Just 4 to shoot. AI passes to Sumner. AI kicks to Leaf. The wide open look here for Oladipo. Good on the triple.
You got to keep an eye out for Oladipo from downtown at all times. I mean, he's a sniper from outside.
Turner finds Booker. Now Ayton, guarded by Oladipo. Unloads from 13. And it doesn't even draw iron.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
AI outside. And the pass to Leaf. AI outside. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's foul number 2 for him. Victor Oladipo, he's checked in for the Pacers. Here's Randall. He's got 15. Warren, the pass to Payton. Back to Warren. Kicks to Payton. To the middle. Shoots from 8. Misses off the left iron.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's AI. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And here we can check out the breakdown of rebounds tonight between the front court and the back court for the Suns.
And the bigs are getting their lion's share of the rebounds. Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do, but they've got bigger issues right now and other holes to fill if they're going to stage a comeback.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Reed. Ayton, he's checked in for Phoenix. Randall kicks to Payton. Randall against Turner. Back to Payton. The Pacers pull it in. AI's got 5 rebounds tonight. The dish to Turner. Back to AI. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Sabonis with the bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to Bridges. Payton with the ball. Guarded by Oladipo. And Payton throws it down.
Excellent display of strength by Payton. Really wheels these attempts in thanks to his ability to adjust his shot after contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
Inside. Here's Randall. Payton kicks to Jackson. Passes it to Ayton. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Phoenix, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Here's Stallworth. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Out to the right wing. Here's Payton. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Indiana holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines.
Okay, good patience on your spacing.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Suns trail by 18. Sabonis and Turner inside. AI is out there with Victor Oladipo, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. That's the Pacers 5.
Man, it's a lot of fun watching Payton do his thing with the ball in his hand. He's got some terrific stuff.
Here's Stallworth, and stolen by Ayton. Oladipo against Bridges. Here's Payton, and it's AI with the rebound. Indiana leading by 16. He kicks it to Turner, and the call will be against Julius Randle. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Here's Stallworth.
Really impressed by the defensive effort from Payton. His deceptive reach can really knock shooters off balance sometimes.
On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Anderson. Tries a 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. AI passes to Sabonis. AI in the post, covered by Payton. Stallworth. That's good from 17 feet away. AI's got 33.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score. Basketball.
Payton looking around. Here's Randall. Fresh shot clock for Phoenix. Jackson finds Payton. Got a hand on it. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Oladipo. Plenty of space. And there are the Pacers with another bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shot.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Just 5 on the clock. 13 feet away. And that misses everything.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Got that one up quick.
Just increasing their advantage. And right now, they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Payton kicks to Jackson. Over in the corner, Randall. Here's the three. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Randall. 15 points for Josh Jackson.
Impressive range on display there. Jackson knocking down the triple.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And for that matchup with the Mavericks, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Indiana leading by 19 points. Fires, high post. Randall grabs the board.
And all the skill used on that crossover. Might want to save a little bit for the finish. Unable to convert there. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. AI in the post, covered by Payton. AI in the post, and Turner kicks to AI. 6 to shoot. Pulls it up. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Suns trail by 17. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bridges. Jackson against Anderson. Jackson passes to Randall. 13 feet away. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Oladipo. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Payton with the ball. Now here's Jackson. The pass to Ayton. Payton right side. The drive by Jackson. It's rebounded by Indiana. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. Stole it. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. OG Anunoby comes in for Randall, and it's Booker in for Bridges. Jackson kicks to Ayton. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Anderson with the block. AI with it. Guarded now by Jackson. There's Sabonis. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Payton passes to Anunoby. Inside. Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Outstanding concentration from Jackson there. I mean, so good at getting into the defense and knocking down these hard to make shots.
The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Trains the three-pointer. AI's got 39.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
He was a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Anunoby kicks to Jackson. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them.
AI outside. Pass to Sumner. Kicks it to Johnson. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. Here's Anunoby. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. From 18 feet away. And it's good. 2 points. AI's got 41.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
The Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in.
Well, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Johnson. Anunoby kicks to Turner. And here is Ayton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ayton with the ball. AI picks him up. And Ayton throws it down.
Impressive at using the pick and roll. Ayton slips well to the basket after setting that screen.
Here's Stallworth. Here's Leaf. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they packed it in and just kind of given up.
Anunoby passes to Turner. Back to Anunoby. Johnson against Payton. Anunoby trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Sumner kicks to Leaf. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Look, over your many years in the NBA, you've seen labor unrest, but per the most recent CBA, we have the potential for a decade-long stretch now of labor peace.
Yeah, and I think that's great for all sides. And you've got to recognize that some of the unrest in the past was really necessary to get to this place where we may have labor and league peace for the next decade. I mean, there's no justice without struggle. There's no smooth sailing without some bumpy sailing at times. So credit the league, the Players Association, and the players for getting to this place now where the league is doing well in all measures and the game is healthy and good. But that's a team effort by all involved.
Turner gets a very good look and converts.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pacers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences. And you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for AI.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And the basket by Peyton. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Sumner passes to AI. Pass to Sabonis. Lots of room. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
You know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
It's deflected. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges leading the charge.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
Here's Stallworth. And AI throws it down.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it. And that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. Will retain position. The Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in.
Well, he's willed this team to the lead, demanding the rock and capitalizing with ease.
In the second half, they didn't call because I don't know. I'm just saying.
Here's Anunoby. He's guarded by Johnson.
Hey, you're an item man,
Anunoby
my
kicks to
friend.
Turner.
Jack, you want to chat?
All right, y'all.
Good luck.
Let's do it.